And welcome to another edition of East LA Sports. And as we come here to the Green Meadows Recreation Center and the Clippers Community Court, historic day today because it's going to be the first time that we will get a chance to meet and greet Kawhi Leonard and Paul George, along with the owner of the LA Clippers, Steve Ballmer. It's going to happen here very, very shortly and very quickly. We're doing our preparation to get ready for this very, very gigantic event in the NBA, and it's sending ripples all over the world. The global world now knows that the LA Clippers will be a contender for next year's NBA Finals. And of course, their locker room friends in Staples Center are the LA Lakers, and everybody will be watching this tremendous, tremendous competitive feud that will be going on next year, or this coming season, for 2019-2020, and it's going to be the LA Clippers really doing what they need to do to get very, very competitive, head on into the playoffs and beyond, hopefully into the World NBA Championship. So get ready, relax. We're going to give you the entire environment here on this media day for the LA Clippers and South Central Los Angeles, or South LA, for the dedication of the Green Meadows Recreation Center, the Clippers Community Court. We'll be right back with more of our coverage.
My name is Brian Seaman. I am the voice of your Los Angeles Clippers, and I'm pretty sure I speak for everybody when I say we are so excited for you to be here today to celebrate a truly historic moment for the Clippers, the organization, and their fans. Before we begin, I would love nothing more than to acknowledge all of the Clippers staff that are here lining the back of the gym. They know the magnitude of this moment better than maybe anybody else, so thank you for joining us as we celebrate again a terrific day. As we get started, I would love to thank Green Meadows Recreation Center for hosting us today. This court that we're sitting on is one of 350 that have been renovated and refurbished by the Clippers in partnership with the Department of Recreation and Parks. It has been truly an undertaking for the Clippers organization and the city of Los Angeles. I would love to welcome from the LA Parks Foundation, Carolyn Ramsey and Judith Kiefer, California State Senator Stephen Bradford, LA Council Member Curran Price, State Assembly Member Sidney Kamlager-Dove, State Assembly Member Reggie Jones-Sawyer Sr., Inglewood Mayor James T. Butts, of course our Clipper partners Fox, Lexus, Cedars-Sinai, and Chick-fil-A. And last but not least, the incredible kids of Green Meadows who are sitting right here in the middle. Give it a yeah. Now, to officially kick things off, I would love to bring up the team president of basketball operations, Mr. Lawrence Frank.
How's everyone doing today? Great. They gave me these huge cue cards to make sure I don't mess it up, all right? First of all, welcome. Thank you all for being here. This is a landmark moment for the Clippers franchise and our fans. I want to recognize some of the people who made this possible. First and foremost, Kawhi and Paul, thank you for deciding to be Clippers. It means a great deal for players of this magnitude to decide to be Clippers and to put their trust in us. Kawhi's mother, Kim Robertson, Kawhi's uncle, Dennis Robertson, his agent, Mitch Frankel of Impact Sports, and all of Kawhi's family and friends from the Inland Empire in San Diego. We'd like to thank Paul and Paulette George, Paul's agent, Aaron Mintz of CAA Sports, and all his family and friends from LA and the Antelope Valley. We're honored to be united today. None of us would be here today without this man, Steve Ballmer, okay? When Steve bought the team 5 years ago, his intention was to make the LA Clippers the ultimate destinations for players and their families. He's made an unbelievable commitment to make sure every day that we're striving towards that goal. There are so many people, both in basketball operations and business operations, who contributed to help make this moment possible. I can't possibly list them all, but our gratitude is there. But there are a couple of vital members that I do want to acknowledge that had a huge part in helping us get to where we are today. First, Doc Rivers, championship head coach. Jerry West, the greatest architect there is in the game. And then I have an unbelievable team of guys. Michael Winger, our general manager. Trent Redden, our assistant general manager. Mark Hughes, our assistant general manager. And our president of business operations, Gillian Zucker, who all provided tremendous support and insight throughout this process. Last year, Doc called our group a blacktop team because of the toughness and grit that they brought to the court. Our players and coaches deserve a ton of credit today. It was the culture that they created that made Kawhi and Paul want to join our group. So again, we want to acknowledge just what they've set forth and what we're going to continue to build on. And I think the things that, in terms of talking to Kawhi and talking to Paul, it's the toughness, the hard play, the drama-free in the premier market in the National Basketball Association. We'd like to acknowledge right now 2 players who won't be returning, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander and Danilo Gallinari. Shai is going to be a special player in this league. Gallo is already a high performer. We wish him nothing but the best, and we'll be pulling for him throughout their careers. As much as we loved our team last year, we knew we needed elite talent to compete at the highest level. One of the hardest things to do in the NBA is to get one superstar, let alone 2 superstars who respect and complement each other like Kawhi and Paul do. It was only a month ago that Kawhi took home another Finals MVP trophy. He is a champion. He is a winner. He wins everywhere he goes, from King High School to San Diego State to the NBA. Paul shares many of those same qualities. He's an elite scorer and a relentless defender who is one of the most versatile players in the NBA. One of the reasons we stockpiled draft picks was to trade for a foundational star like Paul. Kawhi and Paul are franchise-changing players who are force multipliers. They make everyone in the organization better. They're the 2 best two-way players in our game today. They work relentlessly for everything they get, and they always have since their prep and collegiate days not too far away from here. We didn't just pursue them because they're tremendous talents. We pursued them because they fit so well together amongst our group as well. Adding Kawhi and Paul to the roster is both an immense privilege and a huge responsibility, one we take seriously. They expect to win championships, so do we. We can't wait to partner with them and maximize the extraordinary opportunity in front of us. Thank you.
Next, I would love to bring up the head coach of your Los Angeles Clippers, Doc Rivers.
Thank you. How's everyone doing? I didn't get any cue cards like Lawrence has, so I'm just doing this from what I see. Number one, thank you, Kawhi and PG. All right, but this is a great moment, right? Would everybody agree with that? This is a good moment. It's not our finest moment. That's coming. You know what I'm saying? And that's why we're here today. We're here to celebrate, all right? We're here to celebrate that not only just the Clipper brand. This feels more like a movement to me. It really does. But this is more about what's coming, not today. Today is for them. Today is a great day for them and for the franchise. But then when you guys leave the gym, we're going to get to work. And that's the moment that we want. Like, we've done some winning. We want to be the winners. That's our goal.
Well, I'm super proud to introduce this next gentleman. 5 years ago, he bought the Los Angeles Clippers, and if you've ever been to a game from basically 2014 to the last game we played, you have witnessed firsthand his energy, his passion, his emotion that he has for the Clippers. Please welcome Clippers chairman Steve Ballmer.
Love you, Daryl. I have these notes, but I gotta say, I'm just fired up to be here today. It's pretty cool, pretty damn cool. Woo!
You guys weren't ready for that, were you?
I'm just delighted. You know, I'm proud of what we did last year. We had a hell of a team, played the right way, hard, gritty, tough, resilient. That's what the Clippers are about. And it was a great season. Great season. 48 wins. Great season. Not what we want, but a very great season. I'm so proud of the guys we have. I'm so proud of the guys who are coming back. We got the guys who I think will be perfect to put together with Paul and Kawhi to really give us the chance to do the only real thing we want to do. I got to say, being number 2, being number 4, we're only here for one reason. We want to win it all. There's only one reason. I'm proud of our leadership team to put us in this position where we could put together 2 of the guys who I have most admired throughout their careers. I'm excited about that and proud of the guys who got us here. I'm proud to be here in this rec center. I know, kids, we got you out of your routine today, but I'm proud to be here with you. It's a real honor to have a chance to be here and have us be so welcome in this place. It matters a lot to the Clippers what our world is like off the court and the contributions we get to make and the contributions our players get to make. But most of all, I'm pumped to say hello as Clippers to Paul and Kawhi. Come on! Come on! Come on! Get up! Come on, get up if you're psyched as I am. Get up. Yeah. That's why we're here today. We got 2 guys who I am so excited to have. 2 guys who are tough. You watch them play, they're tough. I love the toughness. 2 guys who every year have gotten better. Every year. Look, I'm inspired by that. Work, off season, off court, work. 2 guys who are MVP guys. Paul was having the most impressive season of the year. I know he had a little injury. 3rd in the MVP voting. 3rd. A guy who could be 1st. 3rd. Kawhi, MVP of the NBA Finals. Man, that's pretty damn good. You don't think we can win some ball games this year with Paul and Kawhi on our team? We're going to win some ball games. But there's only a few games we need. We need to win the last game played during the NBA season. That's the game we got to win. Kawhi said something when they won the championship this year about the Larry O.B. The only thing that matters is the Larry O.B. When I first got here, I think I called it the Lawrence O'Brien. But from now on, it's all about the Larry O.B. So we're going to get a chance to hear from Kawhi and Paul here in a minute, but we did a little video we'd like to show you first. Thanks.
Ladies and gentlemen, Paul George and Kawhi Leonard. Paul, would you like to make some opening remarks?
Thank you. Oh, man. Wow. Lost for words. But that's that. I'm extremely excited, extremely happy to be back home. First and foremost, I just want to thank the whole Thunder organization, Mr. Bennett, Sam Presti, for the partnership that we had there. It was a great 2 years there for me. But, ultimately, they, helped me find my way back home to LA, and very appreciative of that moment. It's pretty dope. It's pretty awesome. I remember when I was in Indy and we drafted Kawhi, I was a little confused by it because I was the 2 guard there and Kawhi was my position. And I was a bit nervous for that competition that was coming. But if we fast forward that and knowing what I know now, being the player that I am, the player he developed into, I wish we would have kept that pick and I wish we would have progressed together. And we could have did some special things in Indiana. But it's great to fast forward to where we at now. We both here in LA, and it just seems like this was destined. We were supposed to play together. So here we are. Thank you, Mr. Ballmer, L. Frank, Coach. I'm looking forward to this journey with you. And, man, we're going to make it happen. LA our way.
And now the 2-time Finals MVP, Kawhi Leonard.
Me too. Just before I get started on the Clippers, I want to thank the Toronto Raptor fans. I don't have social media, so I'm not able to put out a paragraph or whatever, but like I was gonna say, just thank all Toronto, the city, the country. It was a great, amazing season, best parade ever. Thanks to the doctors for delivering my baby boy. He's 3 months now, still healthy. I also would just want to thank the city as far as the restaurants. Giving up that Kawhi and dine throughout the playoffs. Took advantage of that. The players, they already know what's up. Text, FaceTime me, we'll talk. Coaching staff as well. And the whole organization really, just thank the whole city. Thank you. But now I'm on my next journey. These guys, I think we got a great future. Paul is always a player that I wanted to play with. Like you were just saying, when I got drafted to the Pacers, I'm like, they already got a two-way player pretty much. But as our careers move forward, I see how he develops, see how I develop, and I wonder if we would have stayed in Indiana. But we're here together in LA, both Southern Cal guys. Played right down the street with each other in the Honda Center, not with each other, but game after one another, championship game. Been watching them since then, but now we on the Clippers, and it's just, I think we got something special. We can make history here, and we got the right team to do it with Steve, Lawrence, and Doc, championship head coach, and I'm excited. Watching that video that they just presented, I'm ready to go.
We're going to open it up for questions here in just a second. There'll be some wireless mics passed around. We are live on Fox, so if you could please state your name and affiliation and wait for the microphone before you talk, it would be appreciated by all. I'll start it off. Kawhi, I'll send it your way first. What does it mean to be playing basketball for you here in Los Angeles in front of friends and family?
It means a lot to me. These are the Clippers are probably one of the first NBA games I came to. Obviously it's a different staff organization now as far as people that's leading it, but just be able to, for my friends and family to, drive to the game and watch me play and see them after, and able to just enjoy the time here is going to be great.
Paul, how exciting is it for you that your basketball career brings you back here to Los Angeles?
I think the same as, what Kawhi said, just family, friends, just being able to be here full time, the interactions I can have with, people I grew up with and people that's been around me since I've been a kid. I'm here, I'm able to be touched. I'm able to, be here full time, be around my niece, nephews, my kids being here with their niece or their cousins. It's just, I think it's a great feel all around. I've always wanted to play back home and see what that was like and do something for my hometown. So I think now I'm here, I can do that on a full-time level.
Raise your hand. Name affiliation. Wireless mic should be passed around. Of course, the first question always goes to Jim Hill.
No. Absolutely. First of all, Kawhi and Paul, congratulations. Welcome home. I know of the love that you have for young people. And the two-part question I have is, what does it mean to you to have all these young people here in this surroundings for your press conference? And the other is, what was it like and what was it about the Clippers that made you want to play for them when you had so many other options?
For me, I grew up a Clippers fan. I loved the Clippers as a kid. I think I'll answer the first part first. I think it's pretty awesome. I was, as much as a Clippers fan I was a Kobe fan. And Kobe was my idol growing up. So I think now with what me and Kawhi can do, we can, inspire that next generation to want to go out on that court. I think how we play is a lost art in the NBA, where guys want to get after it on both ends. And that's how Kobe was for me. He was a guy that didn't care who he matched up against, who he's going to play against. He wanted to beat him on both ends. And that was what I was used to watching growing up. So I think for us, we get that same opportunity to give back to the next generation and kind of rebrand basketball in that sense. But, Clippers been my team. So, for me, it was a chance to come back home and to be a part of something that was already special. I'm not a guy that come in with an ego with that I'm the man. Like, I want to be a part of something special. I want to help build something special. And, this is surreal to be home and do it for a team that I grew up and wanted to be a part of ever since they missed out on me in the draft, but that's another story. That wasn't on Steve's time, so
None of us is here.
so it's cool. Let that grudge go away.
For me, I just feel like, with Doc being a championship head coach, that's something that I wanted, experienced coach. And the front office is, very transparent with me. They want to win. I want to win again. And it's an opportunity for us to just build our own, you know what I mean, to make history. They haven't been to a finals. They haven't won a finals. So, that was something big and exciting for me to, make my decision.
Guys, Dan Weike with the Los Angeles Times. This question for both of you. There's a culture that's in place here already. This team, they mentioned a little bit, a team that played a certain style with a certain intensity last season. I'm curious how much of what was here last year and sort of that identity factored into your decision to be a Clipper?
I think it's just how I play, pretty much just a good pair. Like he says, blacktop team, they're going hard on both ends of the floor. They want to win, and that's kind of pretty much my competitive mindset when I step on the floor. I'm not a big guy to just have it all on me as far as I'm seeking every attention. If it's not my night or not my game, I'm willing to, pass the ball and do what it takes to win, and I feel like they have that culture here.
Yeah, that was the biggest attraction with just how hard they played. And I think with Coach Doc, honestly getting everything out of his players. That's such a special gift when a coach can grab and you could just see their connection on the court. You know, everybody was on the same page. Everybody was pulling for one another, and everybody elevated, you know, their games. So, you know, to be a part of that, you know, camaraderie, to be a part of what they already had, just sprinkling what we know how to offer. You know, that's what made it such an attractive, you know, spot for me to be at.
Hi, Ramona Shelburne with ESPN. I'm going to try to ask 2 questions if you can, just because I can, I guess. The first question is just what conversations have you guys had with Doc about how you're going to build this team and how you're going to play so far? And the second question is simply Kawhi was a free agent. Paul, you got here in a different way, but obviously it factors into this idea that we have about player empowerment and players getting to choose where they want to be and be where they want to be. And just sort of your thoughts on where you both rank in that conversation.
Well, to answer the first question, me and Doc still got a dinner to go to.
He blew me off last night.
I'm house hunting. Pretty good excuse for right now. But you know, I look forward to the dinner and getting to really just unravel and you know, figure out, you know, what he wants from me, what I need to do, and go from there. And just with the whole player empowerment stuff, I mean, I didn't do nothing. You know, I worked hand in hand with the front office. We had a great relationship, you know, and I played 2 good years there, and you know, it was a mutual thing between both of us that, you know, the time was up, and you know, we both had ideas of doing things differently. So I don't think there's nothing wrong with it. I think it should be a mutual and pretty even thing if both parties can be on the same page. At the end of the day, they got a career as far as, you know, the team and the players have a career as well. So as long as there's a mutual respect between the both, you know, should be nothing wrong with it.
With Doc, you know, we watched a few clips together, talked, had lunch, but you know, it's not over yet. You know, we still, all 3 of us got to get in the room, not just us 3. It's going to be a team effort of making this work. The 15th guy on the bench has to be in that room as well to know what he needs to do, his role, and you know, we still got things to build on. We're still going through the transition. As you know, Paul said, he's house hunting. Everybody's still trying to get settled. So you know, that'll work itself out. And as far as a player of power, you mean? I mean, I was a free agent, so I could choose anywhere I wanted to go for the most part. So I really don't have too much to say on that.
Hey guys, Miriam Swanson, Southern California News Group. Welcome back to SoCal, you guys, and congrats Kawhi on the baby boy. Question for you guys is sort of, you're talking about the front office transparency and how that was important. Maybe speak a little bit more to that, and then why was it important for you, Kawhi, to kind of keep business dealings quiet during this process?
Just because it's, you know, a lot of things are made up now in today's world of the NBA. You could, you know, start a website or blog and, you know, push that out and say Kawhi's doing this, Kawhi's doing that. But it's always important to me to, you know, have a mutual understanding between everyone and just be transparent if it's good or bad. And, you know, I feel like that builds a great relationship. You know, once we had our meeting, I felt like they were true to their word. Nothing really got out, and you know, it was a great decision. Like I said, we had a head coach here that won, an owner that wants to win badly. You know, and a good front office with Lawrence Frank leading it, and you know, I just felt like it was a good decision for me.
Yeah, over here, Bill Plaschke, Los Angeles Times, for PG and Kawhi over here. You both grew up here. You understand the dynamics of the NBA in this town and the giant shadow cast over the Clippers by the Lakers all these years. How important is it for both of you to lead this team out of that shadow?
I mean, as far as the last few years, as far as a basketball standpoint, the Clippers have been better. You know, they've been. But it's media, you know what I mean? They're going to get the attention. You know, the Los Angeles Lakers, they've been winning championships for a long time, but like I was saying, it's just a media aspect. Even if we do win, you know, who knows how the coverage will change over. And I don't feel like I'm focused on that. I'm just want to win. And you know, I do things that make myself and my teammates happy. Whatever is on our goal and mine, you know, that's going to be my focus and drive to just make us happy. And if we go to the championship and win and we're not getting no coverage, that's fine with me. I'm good.
I mean, I just think Lakers is Lakers. We got our own identity. We chasing something else. You know, we not looking at the battle of LA. You know, we got bigger things in mind and bigger goals to accomplish, other than, you know, the shadow, and like none of that really means anything. You know, they got to come out and perform the same way we got to come out and perform. I think for us, at the end of the day, we want to be holding that trophy, and that's all that matters. We'll build our legacy and we'll build our Clipper Nation up along the way.
Time for one more question.
Over here, Andrew Greif from the Los Angeles Times. There's a lot of anticipation about seeing what you two can do together on the court, but Kawhi, last year you had a lot of success limiting your workload and for the right time for the playoffs. How important is that to approach this year the same? And then Paul, what is your realistic timetable for being back on the court coming off your surgeries?
I mean, last year I came in a year, you know, not fully healthy. So, you know, we laid out as pretty much a schedule for myself and to see what best could possible fit for me, for a long-term longevity thing and issue, and for what's going to make the team better. But, you know, this year coming up, I feel like I'm going to be at full strength. You know, it's just one of those things you just take down the road and see how your body's feeling. And, you know, it's a day-to-day thing. If anything comes up, you know how the NBA season is. It's a battle, 82 games, but the goal right now is to play the season. So we'll see what happens.
For me, there's no set date. I mean, I've been progressing really, really well. I'm at a great point right now in my rehab. You know, so it's you know, take our time. Look forward to returning whenever that day is, and just being 100% healthy.
Well, I'd like to thank everybody that asked questions. I would like now to have Doc, Lawrence, and Steve come up. We'll do the jersey presentation for both Kawhi and Paul.
Yeah, 213 area code. That's right.
Well, thank you everybody for being here. We have one more thing, but first, we have to get moving outside. These kids have been flawless through this whole time, so we need to get them moving. But what I'm going to ask for you to allow happen, can the media go outside? We have a surprise for both Paul and Kawhi and the Green Meadows Rec Center. If the media members could go out first and then everyone else follow after, it would be very appreciated. We will see you outside.